So there's like some debate online, well not really debate, but like usually you see, but I cannot understand. When people say they use the Vortex pumps, the MP10, MP4, they say, I get it, it's cool, it's soundless, whatever. It's so expensive, I can't justify it. When I have a max spec gyro going, you know, that's fine, it's all I need. So like, at work, like, what do you recommend? Like people say, oh, you should get like the Radeons of the world on every aspect of the thing.
Okay. I think the very first thing that I'll do is always specs.
Okay.
I'm not really particular about what brand, first, just to say. But the specs is very important. Say, for example, you have a tank that is this size, right? There's 1,000 liters going on. If I can, I will design it to be 10 times turnover.
Pumps, you mean?
Pump, yeah. So the flow rate will be a 10,000 liter per hour pump.
Okay.
And there are different brands that have different budgets, different price range that comes with 10,000 liters. So it's most important that you choose the correct spec first. Whether is it the brand or whatever is honestly up to individual budget and how deep your pocket is. The other perspective why people go for the branded stuff, I would say that is because they have other interface, like they have Wi-Fi functions and all that. If you are a techie person, by all means, right? If you don't need it, you just want it to on and off, then you can always choose something that is similar specs but don't underspec. Okay, so that's just where I would say that it doesn't matter whether you are buying from an expensive brand or the other spectrum, just make sure that your spec is spec correct.
Yeah lah. So if let's say you need 200 par here, I don't care what's up there as long as 200 par is here. That's what I need.
Yes.
Right? Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but there's like I always tell people, there's two things that you don't stinge. But that's my point, right? One, lighting. Second, chiller.
Okay. For our foreign audience, like chillers are something used in the tropical countries. Because most of the time, a lot of people talk about heaters, right? We never use heaters, right? In Singapore, it's 26, 27 all the time. So like
26, 27. Sometimes it goes up to like 32.
But a tanks at least, right? If they go up to like maybe 30. So without a chiller. So everyone here has to have a chiller. Therefore, copier is a bit more expensive. If you live in somewhere in New York where it's like really cold and really hot, sucks to you. But if you live somewhere that's kind of like nice all year round, you know, it's just your room temperature, great.
Yeah.
So yes, okay, more applicable to here.
Yeah. So lighting and chiller, the only reason I say that that's the most important one you would like to actually invest a little bit more budget on it and you don't want it to break down is because they are the ones that we humans cannot replicate. Let me explain. For example, you cannot blow at a tank to make it more cold. Yes, you can on your AC on lah. That's the other factor if you have. But I'm just saying that you need to make sure that temperature is kept at the correct temperature all the time, if possible. If not, that's the first to go.
Yeah.
Okay? Then the other one is lighting, because we can't make the same sunlight or par required, right? Of course, if it's a fish only tank, then that's another topic for another day, okay? But we're assuming that it's a coral and fish only tank and fish tank, right? So that's where I am. If you were to put in your money, you should put on a good lighting and chiller.
I think with wave makers actually, although I just kind of crapped on the MP10s, but they do have that battery backup thing, which I really think I need to upgrade to because
see, that's the technology part that they come on with.
Well, as an ancillary service, like ancillary product, right? Like if you have a circuit breakdown, that thing kicks on, it still keeps the water churning, oxygenated. Yeah, okay, right? You have a few hours to buy time. If my max spec gyros die, they die, right? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how it is.
Of course, you will argue with me that maybe the main pump should be where you're putting your money, which I think, generally speaking now, you have a lot of options. So main pumps are kind of pretty good price actually. So that's why I don't really talk about main pumps. But yes, your main pump should have failed.
I think things that are actually interesting. I think the things that we should probably look at more is something telling me when my main pump is not working. Maybe if I'm not home and the main pump dies, I sure as hell want to know. Ecotech does that, the Mobius app, all that kind of stuff, right? That's what you pay for. So I get it, right? I have some Red Sea stuff, I have the reef mat roller, I have the doser. It's really cool to be able to just click things and not have to fiddle with wires or anything. Great. Some of these things can be achieved with like, smart Wi-Fi, adapters, turn off and on the return. Yeah, you can do that, it's fine. But you don't have to buy top of the line, but they're top of the line for a reason. The CJ pumps are warranty 10 years, right? Is it 10 or 5? 5 years. Just 5 years. They don't even care. It's like just straight up 5 years. They're so they're so confident that it's not gonna pay like fine.
Yes.
And everyone uses the CJ Syncra, right? Everyone
Yes.
uses that. It's one of the good things about buying a brand.
Yeah.
They can afford to back up. You don't know if that random new cheap light that's gonna come up is gonna be around in 5 years. You don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So there is a payoff. And also because everyone recommends it, it means it overwhelmingly works. So
True. I mean, we have had installations that have like 60 of the same pump running. So then that gives us information that this is a good brand, that the failure rate is lower. There are also those that can be expensive, cheap, doesn't matter. It's just about numbers and data. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you were to choose something that's of a lower budget, and if the data is that they do break down a bit more easily, just make sure you have the function to back it up.
yeah.
Always have two, or have the alarm system. The idea is not to have a mass wipeout lah. That's something that I guess we both would not appreciate.
Yeah, that's why I'm checking my phone all the time now to make sure my tank's not crashed.